Welcome to Big O Vlog. Thanks for stopping by and joining me. Thanks for joining me and being interested in the fight against type 2 diabetes. I'm committed to sharing and fighting type 2 diabetes and sharing the information that I'm gathering from my little experiment of food combinations. You know, I repeat this in every video because it's important. You know, I spent many years as a type 2 diabetic and didn't even know it. Didn't know it. No, I didn't feel good, but I didn't know why I didn't feel good, Didn't know why I didn't feel good. But eventually, after several tests, my doctor identified a type 2 diabetic. And I had to get rid of that feeling. I had to get rid of it. I became overweight, 250 pounds, and really struggled. And then I went on a quest to figure out how to fix it with food and medicine. And in eating, I started watching a lot of videos about eating different types of food and which food is good for diabetics and not. And I find that everyone was saying, this food is good, this food is good, this food is good, this food is good. But when I eat all those good foods, I was still having a problem with diabetes. So I said something is wrong here. So I decided to go on start my own experiment and realize that not because the food is good, I could eat them all together. So I start the combinations. I start trying to find out of all the good foods, how is the best way to combine it to control my blood sugar? And I've been on a quest for that ever since. And that's what I'm doing all the time and right now. So today, I had to find something to eat and think of another combination. I have some combination I've been working with, watch my other videos that I know I can eat those, but I want to keep adding new food and trying different things all the time. So today I'm going to share with you the combination I'm working on today. I'm working on beef patties and some beans, multiple beans, and some greens, and maybe some sweet potatoes and so on. And I'm working on that, and it's in the kitchen rolling right now, and soon will need my attention. I did some beans. I kind of finished the beans already, so I put them in the bowl right now, but the meat is still on. And I'll move to that meat in a second, and I'll give you a quick, not detailed cooking or long-term cooking, long cooking, so the video would be so long. I'll just show you how I put together my little meat and so on. And then I'll go and sit and eat and enjoy my combination and then test my blood before and after and give you some feedback how that combination worked. But I want you, if you come by, and always come by often and see the combination I'm eating, because I take them seriously. I really study the type of food, the nutrients in the food, and the type of carbohydrates it has and different kind of sugars it has, because everything has sugar in it. And that's the reason why diabetes is so rampant. Diabetes is everywhere, killing people like crazy all over the world. But people don't die from diabetes. They die from other diseases that came from diabetes, because diabetes is like the foundation. Once you have diabetes, a lot of other diseases come into play because they feed off that sugar. You see all the cancers and stuff. So you die from cancer, but really you had diabetes for a long time. I have family members who died because of diabetes and didn't eat properly. So it's a big deal to me, and I'm committed to it. So people who have diabetes and don't know, people who don't want to admit they have diabetes, people who know they have it but they don't have the strength and the courage to fast and to pick the specific food and get away from the old addictive foods that they used to eat. And I want to encourage those people that I could do it. I did it, and my diabetes is under control. But the moment I stop eating right, it'll be back out of control again. So I have to constantly doing this. So this video also helps me to know that if I can do a video, I have to keep my food in check. So this is helping me also to maintain and don't get carried away, because I love the other type of food. It's sweet, all that sugar in everything. I went to the grocery store today. I was looking at the processed meats like the sausages and so on, bacon, and every living meat I look at has sugar in it. Frostos. They put it in everything because it tastes good and makes things taste good and make things look fresh and bulky. It's so sweet. It's terrible for your kidneys. But it's in everything you can, don't care to put a small percent. It's a lot of sugar in there. It's terrible. So I said, man, and I met a lady in the grocery store today, and we was talking, and she looked at my cat and said, you must eat good. Look at all the vegetables in your plate. I said, my cat. I said, yeah. I said, I got type 2 diabetes and I got to eat like, she's about 84 and her husband is 90 and they're getting along really good. She said, we don't eat like that. I said, well, you know, she said, we don't eat much. So we go out and eat and, you know, I said, well, that's cool, but I have diabetes, I got to do it. She said, we don't have diabetes. And I noticed that a lot of older people, like my mom and older people in the 80s and 90s, they don't have diabetes. Now, there may be people who have it. I just hadn't met those people. So, but I think it seems as though that without diabetes, they seem to do pretty well because it doesn't, a lot of other sickness don't come on them. So I want to be like that, you know. And I'm sure there's people who might have gotten old maintaining diabetes, but not people. But if you don't maintain it, it's hard to live long with it at very high levels because you have to get chemotherapy and all that stuff. But if you maintain it, you can live as long like a normal person who don't have it. And when I'm very encouraged when I meet people like that, you know, who are elderly and don't have diabetes or have diabetes and control it and was able to grow and live 90, 100 years, you know. So it's very encouraging. And I'm trying to be an encouragement also myself to everyone who's watching my videos. And I'm trying to share and be highly motivated all the time to get this message out that combination foods is the best way out, not diet necessarily. Diet is fine. If you can do a diet, it's fine, but I don't do a diet. For me, combination is the way to go. I mean, picking the right food, putting in the right amount of food, right food in your plate, knowing the food and putting the right food in your plate to eat and keep maintaining. Not necessarily one type of food or other and then missing some nutrients here and there, right? So today, I'm going to the kitchen. I had to go to the kitchen. I'm smelling my food starting to say, come stir me. So I'm heading to the kitchen right now to start stirring and stuff and keep it up because I'm almost finished cooking. And then I will come back and after, you know what, I'll take you there and then you see a little bit of what I'm doing there, all right? And then we're going to eat after that, all right? Blessing. All right, give me a second. Let me run to that kitchen and get this pot before you start to burn on me. Anyway, all right. You're welcome to niceness. Yes, look at this. I have some patties here, some beef patties. I have the combination, meat combination today. Yeah. Look at that, all that herbs and thing in there. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Smelling good, smelling good, smelling good. Yes. Putting together a nice combination here. I think it'll work real nice with my blood sugar and the pressure and everything. This could be good. Yes. Yeah, I just finished the beans. 10 different beans in this here. Smelling nice, tasting good. Beans, man, there's gonna be a lot of carbs, but a lot of fiber. And that fiber gonna offset the carbs, so I wouldn't get as much sugar as I think you would get from just from the beans. Beans have a lot of carbs, but the fiber is going to offset that. And I'm a green, so I always have my green. My 4 or 5 greens, I always have that. Can't eat without that, because that is also my fasting, fiber for fasting. Yes, a combination coming together real nice. So in a little bit, I'm going to be sitting down and eating this. I'm going to talk about how this was put together and how this combination will help me out. Test my blood and see what my blood sugar is before I eat and after I eat. Yes. So thank you for coming here. I'm going to start eating in a minute. All right. Well, it's time to enjoy this food now. After all that effort I put into creating this beautiful combination here, it's time to enjoy it, you know. So look at my final combination here. I have the 15 bean soup beans. If you look up that on the internet, 15 bean soup beans, you will see the nutritious content in that and the fiber in that. And I have my usual 5 greens, 5 different greens here. There's kale, pak bok choy, and mustard greens and so on. And here I have my beef patty cooked with mushrooms. And then I have my sweet potato, American sweet potato. And I'm going to have some cucumbers with some tomatoes. And I have a glass of water here where I drink my water with a piece of lemon and a piece of orange because I don't drink sweet drinks. I drink any concentrated drinks. I don't drink any drinking bottles in the grocery store. I don't do any of those. So I try to drink water or coffee and I add a little fresh fruit to my water. So basically this combination here, what I try to get out of it is nutrition. If you look at the nutritious factor of these items in this plate, it's like eating a vitamin pill here. I mean, all the magnesium, all the calcium, all the B12s, and you're getting everything in this meal. It's well-balanced meal. And then I have the carbohydrates, because the potato give me all the carbohydrates and the bean give me all the carbohydrates, right? That's going to be my sugar, because I need the sugar. I just want to balance it. And then my cucumbers has nutrient, my tomatoes. So I have a very nutritious meal here. This meal is a perfect meal for fasting and weight loss. See? And it's a beautiful meal. You're not missing anything here. And it tastes good, because, again, everybody knows, if you watch my videos, I'm using any artificial seasoning, any powders. Strictly natural herbs, garlic, onions, and so on to cook this food. And you saw how I was doing it when I cooked the food earlier on. So that's not an issue either, you know. Yesterday I went out and I went to an event and I had some food, and you could tell the difference when I eat food that I didn't cook in my chest and the feeling in my body. So I enjoy going out sometimes and eating out, but it's a pleasure to be able to do it at home, where I can control the different ingredients going into my food. So this is beautiful, and I'm ready to eat now. And I just took my blood sugar before I start, so I'm at 92. Right, 92. So you see, I keep my blood sugar, it's been under 100 all day, because I had breakfast. I had one of a very good breakfast. My sugar didn't spike past 110 this morning, and I've been under 100 all day. And enjoying doing things around the house, feeling good. Sustaining a beautiful blood sugar, right? Which is the foundation of health here. So now I'm going to enjoy this food and come back and let you know in an hour and a half how it's affected my blood sugar. But look at the content. I'm not doing any recipe, so I don't put a recipe, because I don't have a recipe. I just kind of decide what to cook and cook it the same way all the time, a little salt and black pepper. But what I focus on is the combination, as you know. So look at my other videos and see other combination I'm doing, and enjoy and try some different things and maintain a good blood sugar. There's no reason to have high blood sugar and diabetes. We can knock it out together, okay? We can knock it out together, all right? So let me go and enjoy this food. Let me take a taste so you can see me taste a taste. I eat this for real. When I smile and I laugh at my food, I'm not joking how good my food tastes, I'm not joking. Anybody who ever eat from me could tell you how my food tastes. And I cook like this, if you're visiting me or a stranger or for a party, I cook this healthy food. And this thing tastes fabulous. Delicious. My wife just be hungry waiting for me to finish cook, so she could enjoy this. I mean, it's just beautifully delicious. So, as a diabetic, guess what? You can eat a delicious meal. There's no need to eat the processed food. There's no need to eat the food in the box. There's no need for all the pasta. There's no need for all the bread. You can make the bread home. There's no need for all that stuff in the grocery store. You can stay in the vegetable section, stay in the meat section, and you can put together something nice every living day, like I do. And I'm going to do it all the time, and I'm going to keep sharing with you guys, all right? So let me enjoy this, and I don't want to talk and eat, because I always choke when I do that. So I'll be back in about an hour and a half to let you know how this affected my blood sugar, all right? Well-balanced meal. Look at it, really good, and try to repeat it, all right? Thank you very much. Let me eat now, okay? All right, it's been an hour and a half. Time for me to do my test. I do it live today. I like to be honest with my test, I like to be honest with my test, so I'm doing this one live. Although I know I'm honest, you all know I'm honest. But I gotta get my little equipment ready here. So I gotta put in my my spike, my little needle in here, and get it set up here. I put my numbers 4, and then I'm going to have to get my my strip. Oh, I have a strip in there already. So my strip ready, my machine ready, and I'm ready to test. And I like sometimes I test before, because I want to always show you all the blood and stuff, But sometimes I just want to show it. But I always try to test on time, no matter where I'm at. I try to test on time. Even if I'm out, I still stop my car and test. I keep my equipment with me all the time, So I can give a fair test for myself and for everybody. So what happens is the real thing. Is we're not I think so. Catch a little blood here. There we go. That's that easy. See? So I'm running now. Let me see. You're gonna see before me what it is. I'm scared. What's that?
126.
126. 126 ain't bad at all.
Woohoo!
126 ain't bad for dinner. 126 is not bad. So that means that was a good combination. Because, let me get this blood off my hand here. Yeah. 126 is good for that combination. Because normal people who don't have diabetics, as you know, and on my videos I always say it, they usually under 140 after an hour and a half. And people with type 2 diabetics, it's okay to be under 180. And my target is under 140. So when I do 126, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. It's a tasty combination you can do, right? So I'm encouraging everyone, know your food, learn the food, learn the carbs, learn what kind of carbs, how much protein, how much fiber, how much different vitamins, and then build a plate of food with a varying amount of vitamins, a varying amount of fiber, and a varying amount of sugar, which comes in carbs, right? Because I don't drink sugary stuff. So all my sugar coming from carbs, right? So you need the sugar, but you have a balanced plate like that, you can control diabetes and lose your weight if you want to lose weight. I do it or I do it. I'm feeling good, my weight is down, and so I know it works. I'm doing it over and over and over, and I'm getting the same results, right? Once I can get under 140, that's a meal I can reproduce again and cook it another time. So I'm building a whole list of meals that I know is good. So a time will come where I could eat every day, morning, noon, and night, and my blood sugar should never be over 140 after an hour and a half. But since I just started, I have a lot more new foods to add. So I'm constantly adding new foods and learning, and I'm building my list, and I keep track of that. So when I really settle down to eat, it will be never a spike in my blood sugar again. But I'm experimenting still, so we keep going, right? So thanks for coming and staying with me. Thanks for spending time and understanding this, and help me help people with type 2 diabetics. I'm helping myself, help me help you if you have the diabetics, help me help anyone who you think might have diabetics, who potential to have diabetics, right? My wife don't have diabetes, but she eat like me, and she's trying to avoid getting diabetes. And I discovered, I think the reason she never got diabetes is not just that we eat the same food. We didn't eat the same food because she never drink sodas, and she didn't like juices in bottles all these years. I'm the one who was doing it. I drink sorrel, Morbi, all kinds of sweetened stuff. She never did. I like cookies and stuff. She never did. So when I look back at it, we didn't eat the same way we come into the junk I eat, you know? So I punished my body a lot. So I was doing really bad. So I stopped doing it now, and she was happy, and she's following me along because I'm right in her category now. No more sweet stuff. So create a balanced plate. Make sure you understand. Take time and test. Test your blood sugar. Know your blood sugar level. Don't just depend on your medicine, because you can spike up 400 and take 2 tablets. Then your body's fighting with that tablets and the medicine to get it back down. Then you spike up again. So it's a constant war in your body, in your kidney and your kidney and your pancreas and stuff with these medicine and high food. Why take your body through that struggle? So if you take your medicine and you eat properly, then your body's not fighting. It's already under. Most of the medicine can be flushed out of your body because they wouldn't use it, because you didn't need it. There's no need to fight it. There's no insulin to fight off. You see? And after a while, you can stop taking the medicine once you learn to balance. My goal is to be medicine-free, but I have to continue to eat that. I can't get rid of the sickness, but I can control it and don't take the medicine, but I have to keep the food in check. And that's what I'm doing. So if you like what I'm doing, share my video, like it, subscribe, and come back often. I do them at least once or twice a week, at least once a week minimum, and see what I'm experimenting with, and then keep encouraged. Keep encouraged so you could, I know it's hard. It's hard to stop eating that junk. It's really hard. I know it because I've been through it. But try and watch my videos to get encouraged. All right? So thank you. Blessings. Love you.